be fattening. No, I should have talked her into buying a box of soft centres. Them's more fattening. What say you, Ernie?
Sorry?
3 things that should never have been invented. 8 o'clock in the morning, 20-year-old blondes and plums.
What have you got against plums?
Oh, no, personally. But little piggy Riley gorged herself on them yesterday, and now she's in bed with a poorly tummy ache. And who has to cope on a rotten toddy? You never even noticed that platinum chick, did you?
Not really, no.
Oh, Ernie, I love you. Let's run off to Tahiti together.
Yeah. Before we go, can I have a tin of black boot polish, please?
Black boot polish.
Morning, Ernest.
Oh, hello, Mr. Walker.
So Emily going off to work this morning. Does she like a new job?
Well, it's hard work, but she seems to find it interesting.
Good. And you're...
Coping with the domestic side, yes, temporarily.
Oh, well, everybody's doing it these days, swapping roles. It's
No disgrace, no, not at all.
1 tin of black boot polish. Now, can I go and pack my bikini?
Going away, dear?
Yes, to the South Seas with Ernie.
Look, do you think we could make it tomorrow? Only I've got to take the washing to the laundrette. See, our spin dryer's gone on the blink.
Story of my life is that. Every time I'm on the brink of my big adventure, spin dryer goes bust for summer.
I think we'll make our own adventures, you know, dear. Most of us are quite capable of creating excitement for ourselves if we just take a positive attitude. Now, take me.
Well, if it's a tiger cub, we don't sell them.
Highway code. You do sell the highway code.
Yeah, but it's not as spicy as Jacqueline Suzanne.
I understand it is compulsory for anyone who is going to take a driving test.
Who's taking a driving test?
I am. When I've taken a course of driving lessons, naturally.
Hello, love.
Hey, if you're not going to buy that, would you mind putting it back where you got it from?
No sooner said than done, Your Honour. Anyway, I wouldn't waste me money. Them magazines do a disservice to the male sex, they do. They make you think we're all the same.
And aren't you?
Of course not. Look, 2 lads living next door to each other in Scotty Road. One supports Everton, the other supports the Pool. Now, what could be more different than that?
They're both crackpots as far as I'm concerned.
That is because you do not appreciate the finer things of life. Have you ever seen Ray Clements finger-tipping a scorcher past a post? Or Kevin Keegan in full flight? Or Big Tosh hammering one past a stranded custodian with his head?
You're very literary this morning.
Comes from a lifetime of reading the back pages, Squire. I mean, you take Ernie there. Outwardly, we're both the same.
You could have fooled me.
Me too.
But inside, chalk and cheese. He sees being out of work as something to be ashamed of, don't you?
No, I'm not ashamed, Dixon. No, it's
No,
not
but
right.
it's your fault, isn't it?
Well, all right, yes, but not every photographer's out of a job. Why me? Yes,
There
all
you
right.
go again, because you're not every photographer. When the wholesaler clobbers them, they clobber the public. But you wouldn't do that, would you?
No, you've got to make a stand somewhere.
Exactly,
otherwise
so
things just
there
get
you
worse
are,
and worse.
making your stand. I'm going to make a stand, he says. I'll go bust. And there's not a ripple on the pond, mate. Not a ripple.
Thank you.
Oh, look, I'm only trying to explain your inner self.
Well, you're going a funny way about it. Look, I've been asking round at the Gatsby about a job, but so far there's nothing. But the pianist says he's due for a gallbladder operation any week now, so you never know your luck. They will be needing somebody.
Great, so you'll pass my name round.
Sure.
Oh.
In the meantime, how about Paper Lad? He's not a gallbladder operation within. He just fell off his bike.
Oh, I think I'm
There you go again, turning down on his toil. I'll take it.
You are?
The paper lad, I'll take it.
You are giving me the chance to work you to death.
Yeah.
Right. You're on.
Right,
Right. Report here, 5 o'clock for the evening news.
you can bank on it.
Aren't you forgetting whatever it was you come in for?
Oh, yeah, The Guardian, you've sold out.
The Guardian? You couldn't even understand headlines.
Do you want me to give you an example of my intelligence?
All right.
5 to 2 says the book that Ernie has just picked up is historical. And do you know why? Because people who live in the past enjoyed reading about it.
He'd have won and all, wouldn't he?
Don't they always? That sort?
Gone dry as the reservoirs, have they, the cows round here?
Pardon?
Well, I did say a white coffee, not a nearly black one. I'll have a drop more milk in if you don't mind, seeing as I'm paying for it.
And you walking out back then, Hilda?
What makes you say that?
Elementary, love. Because if she was, you wouldn't be around here at this time. You'd be down at Rover's sweeping up dog ends.
Ah, now there's something funny about that, if you ask me.
Well, I suppose you can see the funny side of anything in life if you really try.
No, I mean her taking off like that to their Jonies. Straight after she had that last driving lesson.
What makes you say that, Hilda?
Well, you did hear, didn't you? About Eddie Yates' terrible experience.
No.
Oh, she only nearly knocked him for 6, that's all. And she hadn't got out of first gear by then. Oh, no. Something's happened on that driving lesson. And she's gone off because she doesn't dare show her face. Ought to be a law against it.
What?
Well, letting a woman like Annie Walker loose on the road at all. I mean, let's face it. At her age, she's lucky to be let round the supermarket with a trolley.
I wonder if you'd say that to her face, Hilda.
I speak my mind to anybody. I'm straight, me. Always have been.
Well, personally, I admire Mrs. Walker for taking up driving so late in life.
Yeah, so do I, love.
Look, I'm telling you, something definitely untowards has happened. Still, we'll get to know. Muck always rises to the surface in the end.
I think Hilda's missed her way. I think she should have been a missionary somewhere in India. And all that sweetness and charity inside, it's a shame to keep it to herself.
Hello.
I want you.
Yeah, so I heard.
I've had a word with the fella at the Gatsby.
Yeah?
And they can offer you 2 nights a week, starting straight away.
Great, you little belter.
Hang on before you fling your arms round my neck and crease me frock. There is a snag.
Let me guess.
I think you already are.
They're both stag nights.
One of them is.
I see.
No?
Oh, hell.
Well, you can always shut your eyes when stripper starts stripping and when comic comes on, put cotton wool in your ears.
It's not me, you know that. As far as I'm concerned, it's water off a duck's back.
It's them lot down at Mission.
Not only them lot.
No. Of course, you could always forget to mention to her about
What,
that
after
one.
what happened last time I did that?
It's good money, love.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, what will I tell him?
Well, when does he have to know?
Well, straight away. Of course, I could always say I haven't seen you, but he's not going to hang on forever, is he?
I'll have a word with Emily, all right?
Good. Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm afraid he's out. Probably at the Rovers, I should think. Well, I'll try and catch up with him now.
Before you do go,
Yes?
I'm sorry about the way I was this afternoon.
Well, I reckon I know how you must feel.
No, it was quite stupid. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Just in time.
Mm-hmm.
Rita has something to ask you.
Oh?
They need to know at the Gatsby whether you're prepared to do it or not.
I'll do it.
Both nights?
Both nights. You can tell him I'll start any time he likes.
Suit yourself? Well, how old would she be then?
Oh, let's see. Ellery Moss was 2 classes higher than our Lina at Bessie Street Mixed Infants. Oh, she'd be all of 40.
And you say he's only 24.
24, 25, something like that.
Oh, I don't know how she can.
Can what?
Marry a man so much younger than herself. I mean, it's not right.
How do you know it's not right? You've never clapped eyes on either of them, so how can you judge?
Look, Rita, I know you like to make out that I'm narrow-minded and conventional.
You are narrow-minded and conventional.
But an age gap like that can't make for happiness.
I'm with you all the way, kid. You know, they might be all right for the first 10 years, but fancy trying to live up to a man 14 years younger than yourself. Oh, I wouldn't take it on.
I would, if them 10 years were happy ones. Live now, pay later. I'd rather be happy for a short time with somebody I love than miserable for a long time with somebody I didn't. Ken, come here, darling. What are you doing for the next 10 years?
Hey?
Skippy. Yes, love.
Look, can you order me some of those catering-sized packs of ice cream? I got to do for the kids on Saturday.
Yeah, 3 be enough.
Yeah, fine.
Right, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate?
Good. Splendid.
Right, will do. Now, would you marry a woman 10 years older than yourself?
Oh, don't worry, Ken. She's not going to propose to you.
No, would you? I mean, if she was vital, attractive, and didn't look her age one little bit.
No.
You asked for that. See you, Ken. Enjoy your party.
Yeah, well, I'll end up coated in all 3 flavours and a jam tart on the back of my neck.
Well, why do you do it?
Oh, because I'm a masochist, and it's safer than marrying older women.
Get off.
You love making me out a fool, don't you?
What other sport do I get?
Well, I'm entitled to my opinions.
Of course you are.
And I sometimes think you just take the contrary view just to irritate me.
Of course I do. I won't marry a fella 10 years younger than me. I mean, can you imagine? While I'm cementing him in my false choppers and screwing on my wooden leg, he'd be off chasing dolly birds. Not likely.
Well, what did you say all that rubbish to Mrs. Howard for, then? Oh, I don't know when to believe you these days. I really don't.
That makes 2 of us, Flower. I never know when to believe me these days, either.
So, then she asked me to be a bridesmaid. Oh, I wish I hadn't. She had me all done up in bright green taffeta. Oh, I look like a baking apple on legs. I mean, a silly little net bow in my hair. Oh, I'd feel a fool.
Oh, I know. I've been all through that. They get you up that way on purpose, bride, you know. They don't want no competition.
Oh, no, I don't think it's that. It's just, well, if you've got a whole group of girls, I mean, it's difficult to find a colour to suit them all.
When I get married, I'm wearing black.
Oh, Rita.
I am. I'm going to wear black velvet trimmed with white mink, and I'm going to have a little hat with feather fronds and diamond earrings.
Diamante.
Diamond. Given to me by my new husband as a wedding present. And I'm carrying no bouquets. I'm going to have a jewel-encrusted deed box.
And what'll be in that? Your love letters?
No, just my half share of his oil wells, not to mention his string of racehorses.
You like to make out that you're a right tough gold digger, don't you?
I am. Never mind what they say, Riley, I'm telling you, best things in life aren't free.
Well, I don't think you're nearly as cynical as you like to make out.
Well, I'm not pure marshmallow like you, anyway. Hello, Emily. Come to cancel your cancelling of alt papers. We all do things in a mad igloo.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
We've just had a visitor.
have you?
Your friend, the stripper.
My friend?
You coax my husband into a job you know I find disagreeable, and now you send this woman round to my home to practice her fan dancing.
Hang on a minute. I never sent anybody.
Don't quibble, Rita. She would never have been there if you hadn't got Ernest this revolting job.
Only because he nagged me to death till I did. I thought I were doing poor guy a favour.
We don't happen to need that kind of favour.
Well, that's not the way I heard it.
In future, it'd be as well if you didn't interfere. That's all I've come to say.
Interfere because I got him some work.
I'd sooner go out scrubbing floors than let Ernest prostitute himself by playing in that place.
What do you mean, that place? It's a perfectly respectable club. I sing there.
Well, that's hardly a recommendation. And from what I heard, it's far from being perfectly respectable. It's degrading, and I want nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Get out, you snotty cow.
Told you she wouldn't listen.
Well, you should have made her, shouldn't you? Then I wouldn't have had all that. You're supposed to be a mate, aren't you?
So then she said it were all my fault and blamed it all onto me.
Oh, I shouldn't worry, love. I mean, you know Rita. She's got a tongue as sharp as a butcher's knife sometimes, but... Well, she don't mean it.
Well, she might not mean it, but she does it. I mean, she's got no consideration for other people's feelings at all.
Hi, Betty. Vodka and tonic, love,
Okay,
please.
lovely.
Hey, phone rang just after you left.
Oh, yes.
It was Derek Wilton.
Oh, yes.
Yes. He said he's going to call tomorrow, and would I make sure you'd be there at 10 o'clock?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. And if he's coming to propose, don't forget, you're not getting me in any green net. Oh, no.
You wonder what he does want.
Hey, well, you look a picture.
Thank you.
Give the old rollers a bashing last night, didn't we?
I quite often wash my hair.
Oh, I know. And sometimes you do it when Derek's not coming.
I'm sure I look exactly as I always look. I certainly don't feel any different anyhow.
Right, heck. Get a load of this one. Going to a wedding, are you? Derek's coming. Oh, Derek. Oh, isn't it romantic? A little Berber on the telephone.
Well, as a matter of fact, our Miss Littlewood took the message. But as you know, she nearly always knows my private business before I do.
Did you hear that? Touché. And if the French will forgive me, so should you.
Do you know, I could never get that quite right. I know it means touch, but which applies? But we're not all touched, are we, love? We're not all as green as we're cabbage-looking. We know that she is quite capable of saying that Derek's coming when he's not.
Oh, I don't think even Rita would descend to those depths. Would you?
I most certainly would not. Well, I might, but I didn't. Not today, anyway.
Because I think you're quite capable.
Oh, I'm not denying I'm capable. Will you keep your gob shut? Now, satisfied?
Oh, you're forgiven. Hello, Derek.
Hello.
Hello, Derek.
Hello, Miss,
Bet.
Bet.
Are you thinking of coming into the Rovers?
Well, no. I wasn't, actually.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, in that case, I'll take my magazine and make do with Sean Connery. Bye.
She's, quite a girl, isn't she?
Isn't she just? Well, can we interest you in a cup of coffee?
Well, yes, I'd love one, but, I've only got a minute.
Oh, well, perhaps you'd like to come through to the back.
Thanks. No, it's just, I've got the afternoon off. And it's a nice day. And Mother's been saying for a long time, why don't I bring you to tea? It's motorway practically all the way. Unless, of course, you're not keen on... There are all sorts of little side roads. I mean, for getting there. She lives in Ormskirk.
Well, of course, I'd love to come, Derek, but I don't think I could get the whole afternoon off. I mean, we've got
You can but ask.
Well, yes, I suppose I can ask. Rita.
Yes, love.
Derek wants me to go to his mother's for tea, and I was wondering if I could have the afternoon off.
This afternoon?
It's a long way, you see, and...
Well, yeah, I don't see why. I mean, Ems is out doing here, and if I can't do a friend a favour, then there's something wrong with me.
I'll see you 12:15 here, right? I heard that.
I should think the whole street heard it.
Well, that's what you wanted,
No,
isn't
it's
it?
not what I wanted.
You nodded your
I
head.
shook my head.
You nodded
Yeah, but
it.
I would have to.
Oh, for heaven's sake, don't involve me in your intrigues. I have enough trouble with you.
So you knew perfectly well what I meant.
Mavis Riley, may the Lord drop the clog on you. I did not. You nodded your head and then you shook it.
I am not going.
Pardon?
I'm not going. Oh, you've put far too much eyeshadow on.
Oh, stop whinging.
What will Derek think?
Ask him.
Oh, hello, Derek.
Ready?
Yes, how do I look?
Great.
I was just saying how nice she looks with a bit of eyeshadow
I
on.
was thinking that myself.
Well, off you trot.
Goodbye, Rita.
Goodbye, Mary.
Oh.
If you're listening, look after her.
I do wish you'd let me know you were coming this early, Derek. Give me a chance to clear the dinner things away.
Well, I didn't expect to be here so early myself, Mother. Mavis decided she wanted to see the new motorway. And it takes no time. I was surprised, Mother. Really, I was. I mean, usually, when you take the old road...
Well, you shouldn't have let her persuade you, dear. He's like that. Anybody can persuade him to do anything. Well, sit down. There's no harm done.
Oh, let me take your coat.
Oh,
There. Oh, sorry. There we are.
Is it nice? The new motorway?
oh, yes. Much the same as the others.
Well, they do tend to be, don't they?
Yes.
Depending on where they are, of course.
Yes, they do tend to vary a little in different parts of the country. Or so I understand.
Well, getting along all right?
Oh, yes, fine. Fine.
Hey, there's people been taking your name in vain today.
All right.
They reckon you're never at yard now there's nobody keep an eye on you. It's true. Well, at least you're honest.
Well, for one thing, there's nothing to do, and I hate being bored at work. There's only one thing worse than staring at a typewriter all day, and that's going out with a fella that collects beer mats.
When did you go out with him?
Oh, a bit back. He went on all night about these flaming beer mats. 200 different sorts, I think he said he had. My eyes actually crossed with boredom. That's why I wear glasses.
Get off.
And for another thing, I'm beginning to feel my condition, and I can enjoy it far more loafing about at home than I can sitting in that tatty office.
I think you're very lucky. I wish I were pregnant.
I can recommend it.
Oh, that was delicious.
Would you like another cup?
Oh, I'd love one, actually.
I shall have to put some more water in.
Oh, no, really not for me.
Are you sure?
Oh, positive, I'm fine. Fine.
So, you're Mavis.
Yes.
It's just Mother's way.
What's just my way?
Well, to say something like, so you're Mavis, when you know very well she is.
Derek told me all about the holiday you had together.
In the lakes. Oh, yes, it was lovely.
Yes, I'm sure it was. Though I must say I found it very difficult to talk to the neighbours about it.
Whatever for?
Now, Derek, you haven't by any chance spoken to Mrs. Farrimond lately, have you?
No.
Well, don't. The less she knows, the better. It wasn't your idea, was it, this holiday?
No.
It was my idea, Mother, as I've told you many times before. My idea from start to finish.
And a very good one, too.
Oh, well, I don't suppose I should discourage you if it really was your decision. Heaven knows you don't make many.
Thank you.
Oh, will you look at this table? No sooner clear than it's full of pots again.
And can I help at all?
Oh, no, dear. You're the guest.
thought she approved of the lace.
Oh, she does, really. She just goes on about it a bit. She's a bit on the old-fashioned side.
Well, a lot of people are.
Oh, Derek, be a love and take the cake stand into the kitchen.
Oh.
And while you're there, put the pots to soak.
Right, Mother.
I just couldn't face it. I seem to have been on my feet since first thing.
Well, it can be very tiring, housework.
What do you do?
Pardon?
What do you work at?
Oh, I work in a shop.
Oh, yes, of course. Derek told me all about it. What sort of a shop?
Well, it's newsagents. We sell sweets and general stationery, and there's a little cafe and a library. It's quite varied, really.
Yes. You know, we really must find an opportunity to have a long, quiet talk. After all, there wouldn't be much point in your coming here if I didn't find out all about you, would there?
Absolutely not.
So what's wrong with school dinners, then?
Oh, yuck.
Oh, like that, is it?
And you never meet anybody stuck in school all dinner time.
Who do you meet traipsing around the streets? Kojak?
Wouldn't look twice at him, would we, Lois?
No. Ta-ra, see you tomorrow.
Right.
Same as 2 cream cones.
All right. Right.
Oh, yuck. They're going to cause some trouble before they're much older.
I think they're causing it already.
Do you know, I don't think even I was that forward, as my grandma used to say.
I was. Still, I was born sexy.
Whatever happened to it?
Grow, cheeky bit.
Give us a barrow, will you, kid? I must have got through half a dozen this last week. Every time I put one down, it vanishes.
Funny, Mavis reckons same thing happens to hers.
Where is she, by the way?
She's gone to tea with Derek's mother.
Oh, so she...
As soon as I saw this house, I said to Mr. Wilton, that's for me, Lionel. That's where I want to live. And that very same day we put our deposit down.
Well, it's very nice.
Mr. Wilton didn't like it, actually. Still, as it happened, he wasn't fated to live in it very long, just the 3 years.
Oh, I am sorry.
Oh, there's no need, dear. Mr. Wilton left me quite comfortably off, though what with
Yes,
inflation
well, I'm
and...
sure Mavis doesn't want boring with all the family details, Mother.
Oh, I don't find it boring.
What are yours, dear?
My what?
Family details. And mother, father, still alive?
Oh, yes.
Mother.
No, I thought with you being so, How old are you, dear, if you don't mind me asking?
Mother.
Oh, I don't mind, Derek. I'm 39.
Just a year younger than me, Mother.
And both still single?
Yes, well, we're both very hard to please, aren't we, Mavis?
Yes.
You certainly are, Derek. Do you know, he had the entire tennis club at his feet. The entire tennis club. Well, the lady members, anyhow.
Mother.
Did you know?
But they all vanished into matrimony, leaving Derek without a partner in the mixed foursomes.
Oh, how sad.
It was actually rather pathetic.
Yes, well, there's still plenty of time for me to find a partner in the game of life. What do you say, Mavis?
Pardon? Oh, yes, I'm sure there is.
You haven't been married, have you, dear?
Mother, what sort of a question is that?
It's a perfectly straightforward question. There were 100,000 divorces last year, so the chances of somebody being a divorcee must be very high.
No, I haven't been married, Mrs. Wilton.
Why not?
Mother!
Oh, it's all right, Derek.
But
Really?
it's no
Your
business of
friend's
Mother's.
got nothing to hide, has
But
she?
of course she's got nothing to hide.
Well, then,
Well, I just haven't had the opportunity, Mrs. Wilton.
there you are, you see, Derek, just as I thought. Really, Derek, what did you think I expected her to say, that her father's Dr. Crippen or something?
He's called Tom Riley.
Tom Riley. Now there's a homely name. By the way, dear, do you smoke?
Smoke? Oh, no.
I can't stand women who smoke. It never seems to be a pleasure for them, more of a drug, like biting your nails.
Well, I don't do that either.
I had noticed, dear. Your nails are quite nice, despite the paint.
Mother. Well, that was very good, Mother. First class.
Oh, it was. It was excellent.
Similar talents, eh, Mavis?
Pardon?
Well, you and Mother. Both really excellent cooks.
I should hardly call taking slices of boiled ham out of a packet and putting them on plates cooking exactly, Derek.
No, but it's the same. Well, it's the same area. And you didn't just put them on the plate. You presented them, didn't you, Mavis?
Oh, yes, it was lovely. Especially the coleslaw. Was that your
I
own?
got it from the supermarket.
Oh.
Anyway, how do you know she's a good cook? When have you sampled her cooking?
Well,
I cooked a meal for him in the flat.
The flat?
yes,
Oh, it's not my flat, Mrs. Wilton. It's my friend's flat over the shop where I work.
So you borrowed somebody else's flat?
Only for the evening,
Just so
Mother.
I could cook him a meal.
A very good meal, too.
Veal tarragon.
Delicious.
Then he went home.
Satiated.
Derek,
Mother,
why don't you show your friend my vine?
your vine.
Yes, dear, my vine.
Oh. Would you like to see Mother's vine, Mavis? It's her pride and joy, isn't it, Mother?
Yes, I'd love to.
Oh, it's in the greenhouse. This way, through the kitchen. Don't you go eating any more of that lovely cherry cake behind our backs now, Mother. I think that's why she wants to get rid of us, Mavis.
Derek, dear.
Yes, Mother?
Before you go, will you bring me my tablets? They're on the shelf by the door.
Oh, yes. Yes, I see them. You go on, Mavis. You can see the greenhouse. Here you are, Mother. What are these for? Your dizzy spells?
Close the door, Derek.
Pardon?
I said close the door.
But Mavis is... Mother?
No, Derek. I'm sorry, but very definitely no.
What are you talking about?
You know very well.
I don't.
Your friend.
I wish you'd stop calling her that. Her name's Mavis, Mother.
She just won't do.
She is very nice. Very nice indeed.
She's another of them, Derek. She's another of the same model. You will
Mavis
bring it.
is very, very nice.
Of course she's nice. She's nice to the point of being a walking ice cream sundae. But that's not what I'm talking about. She's also you in a tweed skirt. You're as alike as two robins.
Don't be ridiculous, Mother.
You are too alike, Derek. Really, dear.
Well, give me an instance. Go on, just one instance.
Derek, neither of you could decide what time of day it was in a room full of clocks. You need somebody with a bit of spirit behind you, not somebody to confuse you even more. I'm afraid you need somebody like me, like your father did.
She is very nice. For the umpteenth time, Mavis. Mother's like that with everybody, even with me. Well, you saw for
I
yourself.
still think it was me that got her back up.
It was not Mavis.
You think so, too?
I do not.
And then why are you being so sharp with me? You've never been so sharp with me before. Not even when I backed you into the wall with your cortina.
I'm not being sharp with you. I'm sorry. I lost control then. I don't often lose control. Just sometimes. But for positively the last time, Mother was not getting at you particularly.
Well, what did she say about me then?
I've told you,
Well,
Mavis.
tell me again.
She said you were very charming.
Was that her exact word, charming?
No, not her exact word. Exactly. But it was the gist of what she said.
But it wasn't her exact word.
No. It was sensible.
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 Sensible. I suppose that's a compliment in a way.
From Mother, that is a commendation.